What's up, y'all? It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Y'all come up in here. Y'all come up in here. Some of y'all asked me for this. Some of y'all been waiting for this. I'm just getting cards ready. How y'all been? How y'all been? How has 2024 been treating y'all? I know I was um, for a few months. I had went ghost for a little bit. I went to what did I do? I had deactivated my account for a few months. So I came back, I think, after my grandmother passed. The last elder, well, the oldest elder left on that side of the family. So I wanted to shift a little bit of focus. The current frame rate is too low. Please set the frame to 10 to 60 FRPs. I don't even know how to do that. FPSs or viewers may experience a lower quality stream. How do I do that? I don't know how to do all of that. I'm not the most tech savvy, but I try. Let's see, where do I go to fix it? I don't know how to fix it, y'all. Y'all know how to fix this? So, tonight I'm going to spend a little bit of time doing live readings. Whoever comes up, the readings will be free of charge. However, if you choose or you would like to give me a donation, feel free to give me a donation. I put my Cash App and my Zelle in the description. It took me a little while to get up here because I was doing a reading for someone. It was kind of on the spot. I set this time before before the person asked me to do kind of an emergency reading. So yeah. What's this? Okay. I'll enable these stars. All right. New goal. I don't know what it is. Stars. I don't know. I don't know how to do all of this. I gotta learn. Let's see if I get 20 stars. I don't know what the hell that means, but we'll see how that works for me. How y'all been doing? What's up? What's up? Y'all, I know y'all not sleeping. It's Saturday. Anywho, so since nobody's here yet, and it usually takes people a little while to come in and tune in when I go live, especially since it's been such a long time. I haven't gone live in a minute. Let's see. Let's make a poll. Do y'all prefer career what's up, y'all? I can't add one more. Okay, let's create the poll. Did I create the poll? Create the poll. So what I'm gonna do until people join in is I'm gonna do general like I usually do, and then people start strolling in. All right. Whew. Let's do all signs. Let's do all the signs backwards. So let me write them down so I don't skip a sign. The pen. So I guess we're gonna start with Pisces first. Really should be starting with Sag because it's Sagittarius season. Happy Sagittarius season. Pisces. No, I'm bugging. It's Pisces, Aquarius, backwards. Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sag, Scorps, Libras, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Gems, Taurus, and Aries. Alright, so Aries is going to be last. Pisces is going to be first. So what we'll do is we'll pull a general message, and then we'll pull one card from the Fall in Love deck. This is a relatively new deck I have. Shout out to Cancerian channel. This is one of her decks that I invested in. Shout out to her. Also shout out to Impossible. I need to invest in some of her decks as well. She shouted me out a couple of times on her lives, a few times on her lives, and I appreciate the good sis from Brooklyn. Alright, so let me shuffle my cards. Meanwhile, I'm shuffling the cards. Anyone who jumps in to participate, I want you to breathe with me 8 times. Deep breaths 8 times. So I guess this is going to turn into all signs. Let me see if I could change the title and put all signs. People be looking for all signs. Settings. No, it's not in there. I don't know how to change it on this. It's been a minute, y'all. Send you right away. Oh, there we go. Maybe it's this here. There we go. Send you right away. Let's do a general collective message first. Thank you, Noak. I appreciate you. Shout out to you. All right. General message for the collective. What is the collective energy, or what does the collective need to know? I invite my ancestors that serve in my highest good, protection, and favor to assist me with the readings, as well as my highest self. I invite the ancestors of whom these readings are for to draw the people in, the ancestors that serve in their highest good and favor and protection, and draw them into the reading, to give them whatever messages they need for their success. Ao. 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 All right, general collective. What messages? What is the energy of the general collective at this time? Knight of Wands came out so far. Tell me more. Energy of the general collective at this time. What does the general collective need to know at this time? Oh, whatever flipped, I'm taking it. Okay, we got 3 cards. We got the Knight of Wands upright. Can y'all see that? I don't want to put too much light because I feel like reading in a little darkness. Knight of Wands, followed by the 7 of Pentacles in the upright, followed by the Knight of Swords. What I just heard is desperate times, desperate measures. Ooh, the energy that I'm getting from the general collective is a lot of people are going through things and they have these ideas, but these are not long-term ideas. A lot of the collective, a lot of everyone, not everyone, necessarily everyone, but who it applies to. If it don't apply, let it fly. A lot of the collective has been really working hard at something, working hard on their stability in some form or fashion. Be it financial stability, which is the main message that I'm getting, but your stability at something. You're wondering if all your hard work has been for nothing. You're not feeling like you're knowing the outcome of what the hard work is going to be in the future. And a lot of you guys are coming up with these little quick ideas. Some of you are coming up with get-rich money schemes or quick fixes for a temporary situation that you don't realize is temporary. With the Knight of Swords, a lot of you are thinking of moving in fast, doing this really quickly. They're like, okay, if I just do this real quick, or I scheme on this real quick, I'll make the money that I need for this, and da-da-da-da-da. But you're in a rushing energy. You feel like you're losing time. You feel like you're losing... Many people are feeling like they're running out of time. And they want to make a quick fix kind of solution to a problem, to financial problems or whatever issues the collective is having with their stability. Let's see what's the overall energy at the bottom of the deck. The overall energy at the bottom of the deck is the 7 of Cups, which means that there is lots of options. You don't really know what to choose. You want to make your next move your best move. You don't really know what to choose. Some of you are feeling like there are decisions that you want to make before the new year starts. And you're not really knowing which direction to go because you want a specific type of outcome. You're feeling kind of rushed or you're rushing. What is the advice for the collective in this energy? What is the advice for the collective in this energy? What is the advice for the collective in this energy? Whatever that is, I'm going to take it. What is the advice for the collective in that energy? Give me one more. What is the advice for the collective in this energy? What is the advice for the collective in this energy? Give me one more card, please. Give me one more card, please. One more card. Whatever that is, I'm going to take it. Okay. So the collective message. You guys got the 5 of Cups as the collective message. You guys got the 2 of Swords. And you guys got the 5 of Wands. The message that I'm getting, what I heard as I was pulling and shuffling was be grateful. Life may not be where you want it to be, what you want it to be, but it's important that you are grateful for the things that you have. If you look, a lot of you are going through an emotional time, especially during the holidays. You're thinking about all the things, all the people that you may have lost. It's pulling on your heartstrings and your emotions. But if you look at the Five of Cups, there's 2 cups still standing up behind him that he's not even seeing. He's focused on the cups that spilled. Some of you are spending too much time and too much mental energy about your losses, focusing on your losses, instead of holding on and focusing and shifting the energy to the wins that you're currently having, or the wins that you've already had. What about what you still have? You may not have got that job offer that you applied for, but you still got a job. You still got some sort of consistency with your income in the moment. That's just an example. I don't know who that's for. The second card of advice is the Two of Swords. A lot of you are feeling like you have to make a decision about something blindly. You don't know. You're being guided by the moon. It's kind of like the moon card, which can also represent secrecy, but with this being the number 2 on the card, 2 on one polarity of its frequency can represent deception. You don't want to deceive yourself. You don't want to make the bad choice. You're trying to figure out between 2 or more choices which direction you should go, but you're not sure. You're not sure which direction you want to go. You're not sure which choice to make, and you feel like you're walking in something blindly, but what you need to have is blind faith in what you're walking into. You need to have blind faith because you're actually being guided, just as this person is being guided by the moon, the way the moon pulls the ocean. You're being guided. It may be what seems like a dim light, because when you think of the moon is usually out during a time of darkness, but it is still a light. It is still a guide. It's not as bright as the sun, which makes everything more easier to see, but it is still a illumination. It is still guidance. You're not alone. You're not walking in something blind, but you need to have so-called blind faith. The last card that the collective got as advice is the Five of Wands. Some of you may have a fear, or maybe going through, but may have a fear. What I'm hearing is a fear. Some of you are having a fear of people talking shit about you based on whatever the situation is. Some of you, people are talking shit about you. People are gossiping. Some of you are dealing with people that's trying to make things hard for you, or you feel like are trying to make things in life harder for you. Don't pay attention to this shit. This energy right here is going to distract you. It's going to distract you and affect your decision making. You ever heard about how when a person is angry, how it affects a person psychologically, how it affects people in their brain, physiologically? When a person is angry, there's hormones that are secreted that causes them to go in fight or flight mode. And because they go in fight or flight mode, the body starts to overheat and goes through kind of an alarm system going on. And they start to make, quote unquote, dumb decisions because they're not thinking clearly. They're in fight or flight mode. It's important that you think clearly about your decisions, collective, at this time, especially going into what we tend to consider in the Gregorian calendar, the new year. Okay, so that's the advice for the collective. I'm going to keep that nice and short and sweet. What love messages, what collective love messages do we have? What love messages for the collective do we have? What love messages do we have for the collective? What is this? 2 cards came out. You got lessons learned and free yourself. Collective, some of you have gone through something, or you're going through something, and the reason that you're going through something that may be even tough, somebody may even be throwing you out, it's a lesson that you're supposed to learn. Lessons learned. The universe, I feel, is asking you that. Have you learned your lesson yet? How many times do we go through the same things over and over and over and over because we have not gotten a level of mastery of learning the lesson? We go through it over and 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 over because we didn't get the lesson. And so we have to repeat it. What on the way, you could have fucked up 50 times, but in those 50 times, did you learn 50 lessons? Did you learn 49 lessons? What lessons did you learn that you could apply to shift your decision making in the future? And free yourself. Some of you are keeping yourself captive. Some of you may be keeping someone else captive. Some of you need to free yourself from something that's constraining you. It could be a job that you're unhappy at. You could just be afraid to leave because you don't know if you're going to like it at the new place or the new job. Some of you are afraid to leave relationships, different things. Leave friendships that are not serving you well. But free yourself. You're being guided to free yourself from whatever is constraining you, that is not serving you well, that is not healthy for you. So that's your love messages. Because it's a love message, some of you are struggling to learn a lesson with love. And that's why you're going through hard times, and that's why you keep going through the same shit, because you're not learning from it. You're not learning. You're going through this repeated cycle. And what do they say? Doing the same thing over and over repeatedly and expecting a different result is insanity. You are driving yourself insane and you're not freeing yourself. Some of you are doing that because you have abandonment issues. There's different things going on. But it's time to get free. All right? We're going to start with Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Them fish. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Sorry, I got a text message. All right. Throw these back in here and reshuffle. Let's mix these up good. I'm probably going to cut the deck too this time. Pisces, what general messages do you have for Pisces? For our Pisces that will be tuning in. What general messages do you have for Pisces? Whether you tune in later, whether you tune in now. What general messages do you have for Pisces? Pisces. Pisces. Be gentle with yourself. Pisces. Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Pisces, 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 Pisces. Pisces, some of you are in a state of silence right now. You're rethinking things. You're reevaluating. Some of you have been very silent lately. You're trying to seek or find the answers to things that you've been seeking the answers to. You're trying to look within, Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. What collective messages do we have for Pisces? Oh, I said I was going to cut the deck, right? Let's cut it before I go into that. And I may make them a little short so we can get through all 12 signs because I don't want to be up here all night. I got stuff to do. I'm enjoying my time off. And I'm going to keep enjoying my time off. Watch my shows. Snuggle up with my cat. He act like he don't want to snuggle right now. He been snuggling with me for the last like 7 days. So happy that I've been home. He's knocked out now. Sleeping. I'm so grateful for the animals. And my cat is very special. Y'all know that if you've been watching me for a while. Y'all done probably seen Ginger pull cards and all kind of stuff. My baby is very special. I swear I think he was my son in a past life. I always say that. He's my child in a past life. He remembers me. You know, when I used to teach in another state, I had a student that was like that, who was my child in a past life. And this student, his his spirit remembered me because he would call me Ma. Little kid. He had a mom. He had a mom in his life, in this realm. But he would call me Mom. And he would look at me and smile. He had my dimples and everything. I was like, you're my child. Anyway. Okay, what collective messages do we have for Pisces? Pisces. What collective messages do we have for Pisces? I'm going to try to timestamp everything at the bottom if I can. And add this video on my YouTube channel. What collective messages do we have for Pisces? What does the Pisces need to know? What do the Pisces that will listen to this need to know? You got the King of Cups followed by the Hermit card. You got the Four of Pentacles reverse. Give me one more card. Oh, too many. One more. One more. One more. It flipped over. I guess I'm going to take this. Followed by the Tower. Followed by the Tower card. Let me fill out this energy. Some of you Pisces are worried about your finances at this time. You got the King of Cups followed by the Hermit. Some of you might be studying or researching something. But many of you are very caring people, but you're holding in your emotions because you don't want everyone to see it. But with that Four of Pentacles in reverse followed by the Tower card, some of you are trying to hold on to whatever you got or you need to. Some of you need to hold on to your finances, save your money, or you're trying to for others of you. What's going on? What's at the bottom of the deck? Bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. The energy that I'm getting from this is that stability. So some of you are worried about your stability being overthrown and you're trying to figure out a way. Some of you, you're trying to figure out a way so that your stability is not overthrown. Some of you struggling with possible eviction, worried about homelessness or losing a job, losing money somehow. Let's get clarification. Clarify the Four of Pentacles reverse. Clarify the Four of Pentacles reverse. This flipped over and flipped back. This is the Magician card, upright. The Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Magician card. Clarify the Tower. Clarify the Tower card. Clarify the Tower card. Whatever fell out, I'm going to take it. These are a few cards. The Tower card is clarified by the Empress, the Page of Swords, and the Strength card. Some of you are trying to avoid what may be a Tower moment coming for you. You're afraid of how you're going to look to others if that happens. With the Magician, with the Four of Pentacles reverse being clarified by the Magician, it's really, you have the power to manipulate and change the energy. You have the power to shift what can possibly happen, what you're afraid of. If it's going to happen, let it happen and deal with it accordingly. Or find a way. Just allow it to happen and find a way to deal with whatever the circumstances are. But if it's something that's avoidable, you have the power to shift it so that you don't have to go through whatever this is. With the Empress, you want to be seen a certain way. You want to be seen on this pedestal, abundant. You feel like people are watching you, maybe even spying on you, maybe spying on your social media. But you're being guided to have strength throughout the situation, regardless of however it pans out. I get the feeling, what I keep feeling is you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine, Pisces. Whatever this is. So for some of you, this may be you losing a job. This may be you having to move or changing homes. It's a major life change that is coming. But you are going to be fine. It's a little ego in there. But yes, this is live, Millie. What's up? Yes. Let's see what love messages we have for Pisceans. What's up, Millie Mill? How you doing? I just saw your message now. But some Pisces are worried about some drastic change that may be happening soon or will be happening very soon. What's the love messages for Pisces? Hey! Give me one love message for Pisces. The love message you guys got is, it is safe to fall. Some of you Pisceans may be afraid. And this doesn't always have to pertain to the specific sign I'm calling out. This is just general. But y'all know, if you've been watching me long enough, you know that you can be in Piscean energy and not be a Pisces. You can have Pisces placements and this message may still resonate with you and so forth and all of that. So I don't got to say sun, moon, rise, Venus, midheaven, all the shit and all the placements, okay? Now, it is safe for you to fall. Some of you Pisces, with regards to love, may be feeling afraid to be vulnerable, maybe feeling afraid to take a step with love, a significant step with love. But it's saying that you are safe. It is safe for you to fall. It is safe for you to fall because the universe got you. You're not going to fall and hurt yourself. It's cushion under there if you fall. You good. All right. We're going to go to the next sign. We're going backwards. So we're going to go to Aquarius. Aquarius. Aquas. Where y'all at? If you have any questions, Millie, feel free to ask too. But anybody watching, feel free to ask in the chat and I'll get to y'all questions in between the signs. Okay? I'm going to try to keep these quick because it's 12 damn signs. Where's my pen? So I could check off this one. Good thing I'm ambidextrous, right? Alright, the next one is Aquarius. Yep, it's the age of Aquarius. Aquarian age. Age of Aquarius. And then there was some astrological shift recently that I was looking into. I can't think of what it is, but it's going to be that placement for the next like 20 years or so. Anyway, yeah, age of Aquarius is going to be for a minute too. Aquarius, what messages? What general messages do we have for the Aquarians? You hear them upstairs making all that goddamn noise? I think they got kids running around stomping on my head. But I'm moving soon, so I'll be alright. Moving again, right? I'm stay moving. Alright. What general message do we have for Aquarius? Aquarius. What messages do our Aquarians need to know? What messages do our Aquarians need to know at this time? What messages do our Aquarians need to know at this time? That's too many. Way too many. Please give me less than that. I'm not doing that long of a reading today. What messages do Aquarians need to know? Guys, we're only in the second sign. We 30 minutes in. I gotta speed this up. Okay. Ay, Dios mío. So the first card that came out is the Ten of Swords. Second card that came out was the Ace of Pentacles. They both came out upright. Let's pull two more. Two more cards for Aquarius, please. Two more cards for Aquariuses. Two more cards for Aquarius, please. Whatever that was. Give me three more cards, but that's okay. The Four of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands. Okay. Aquarius, somebody tried to screw over your money. Somebody betrayed you. Either they stole from you or they tried to mess you up financially or with regards to money or business or something like that. And it's been really, really bothering you. But that's okay, because you're going to be gifted another financial opportunity in the near future. You're going to be gifted something new if you haven't already gotten it. Aquarius, you're not sleeping enough. You're not getting adequate sleep. Some of you are only getting 4 hours of sleep at max a day. You need to sleep more, Aquarius. Aquariuses, whomever stole money from you or gypped you or tried to mess you up with finances, you're working really hard to rebuild and regain those finances that you lost. You're working really hard to rebuild it. But someone, you took a hit to your finances. Someone took advantage of you and they knew what the fuck they was doing. You're being guided to continue to work hard at what you're doing, because things are going to work out. Things are going to balance out. And before you know it, you're going to see a shift. If some of you lost a job, for example, from someone taking advantage of you, keep working diligently to look for a new job. And within the next 8 days or 8 weeks, you will be called or contacted for an interview or for a new job. If it was someone who, because I feel like somebody got sabotaged at a job. Somebody that didn't like you, they did whatever they needed to do to try to get you out. But that's okay. People reap what they sow. With regards of someone stealing from you or taking advantage of you financially, Aquariuses, you're going to get that back that they took. I feel like the guidance for you is to keep working hard, keep doing what you need to do, and just allow things to play out, because things are going to shift for you quickly. Just keep staying strong, okay? I'm going to do your love messages, and I'm going to go to Samil's question. Love message for Aquarius. Give me one love message for Aquarius, please. And then we're going to go into Capricorn. Yeah, that was real shady. Somebody tried to do you dirty money-wise. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that type of stuff. Give me one love message. It's bothering me. Oh, yeah, wah, hey. It's bothering me. It's something that bothers you a lot. It's on your mind a lot, Aquarians. Love message for Aquarius. You guys got soulmate. Some of you are going to meet your soulmate if you haven't already. If this is the time and the cycle for you to find love. Obviously, this is not going to pertain to every single Aquarius, because every single Aquarius is not going to go through the same exact thing at the same damn time. Every single, use common sense. Every Aquarius is not going to be falling in love at the same time. Every Aquarius in the world. That doesn't make sense. But if this pertains to you, take the message. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Some of you who are in a cycle, who did what you need to do, or who have the conducive spiritual environment to attract love, are going to attract a soulmate. Okay? Thank you, Aquariuses. We're going to go on to Capricorn after we do Millie's question. It's my hermit year. When is it safe to come outside? I make art with some folks, and we hitting a bumpy point in our relationship. Are we going to be able to get past this? Okay, this is more than one question, girl. So let's tackle each question at a time. All right? All right. Millie, breathe 4 times. Deep breaths. 4 deep breaths. That's the number that came to me, 4. 4 deep breaths, okay? While I'm shuffling. When is it safe to come outside? I'm going to breathe with you. Millie wants to know, when is it safe for her to come back outside? Shuffle again, okay. She's been in hermit mode. She wants to know, when is it safe for her to come back outside? You a summer baby. A lot of summer babies like to be inside during the cold. Millie wants to know, when is it safe for her to come back outside? When is it safe for her to come outside? When is it safe for her to come back outside? When is it safe for her to come back outside? What flipped over? You got 2 cards. You got the Sun card. And you got the Ace of Wands. 1021. Oh, you see Ginger's up. Hi, Papa. 21. Shh. I want to say 21 days. What I heard was, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. 21 days. Start coming back outside again. The energy will be different in 21 days. And in 21 days, you're going to have an idea or something that's going to give you a source of creative energy, like a burst, like almost like a light bulb, ding ding ding, like a light bulb moment, kind of like the cartoons where they have a light bulb moment, and it's like, I've got it. Give yourself 21 days. Focus and turn inward for 21 days. Stay in hermit mode for 21 days. Okay. What's the second part? Hi, Ginger. See you at Ginger? This little old man. Where you at? On this side. This little old man. All you want to do is sleep? That's all he do. He just want me to go to sleep with him and lay down. Meow. That's right. You going to read for us tonight, Ginger? You feel like pulling cards today? Well, you feel like pulling cards, little Aries? He's an Aries. Okay. I make art with some folks. We're hitting a bumpy point in our relationship. Are we going to get past this? Millie wants to know, are her and the people that she's working with artistically going to get past some challenges they're having with their relationship? I feel like I almost said creative challenges, but challenges you guys are having with your relationship. Will Millie and the people that she's working with artistically get past the challenges they're having in their relationships? I gotta watch him sometimes. Sometimes he be trying to eat my cards. Papa, what are you doing? Where you going? Move out the way. I'm reading. Will they get past the challenges? Will they get past it? Will they get past it? Let's see what came out. You got the Two of Cups followed by the Six of Swords, followed by the Page of Swords and the Four of Swords. I feel like you guys will get to a place of amicably departing. Y'all will get to a place of understanding and mutual respect. Y'all will get to a place of like honesty and transparency in that sense. Like, hey, this is what I'm feeling. Hey, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I was thinking. This is what I was thinking. But y'all will part ways. But it'll be in a positive manner, if that makes sense. I think that you and those people are still going to try to look and I guess maybe support each other from a distance, but I don't feel like you guys are going to. So it's a two-part thing. You guys are going to resolve what the issues are, but I don't think you guys are going to continue to work together based on this spread. I think y'all need time to sleep on things and then come to resolution from there, if that makes sense. I hope that was helpful. He gonna fall asleep right here. Lord have mercy, child. All right. I hope that was helpful, Millie. We're gonna go to Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn. Capricorn. I hope, can you guys hear me well? Because it keeps saying that it's low FPS. I don't know how to fix that. Capricorn. You're going to sleep on my 1 foot? Capricorn, Capricorn. No problem. Yeah, y'all get to a peace. It says place of peace and mutual respect, but y'all going to choose to separate, and it's going to be a little emotional or sad for both of y'all, or however many people is in it, because y'all invested the time and y'all had this idea, but y'all going to feel like that's the best thing. But it's going to be a cool separation, not a negative one, if that makes sense. Capricorn, what general messages do we have for Capricorn? No problem, mama. No problem, sis. What general messages do we have for Capricorn? Capricorn. What general messages do we have for the Capricorns? What do Capricorns need to know at this time? What do our Capricorns need to know at this time? Ooh. Oh, this came out sideways. Sometimes I read it sideways, if that makes any sense, if I'm guided to. You guys got the Six of Pentacles sideways, but you got the Page of Pentacles sideways. Y'all think about your money, which is very Capricorn-like. Money on your mind. Got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Give me 2 more cards for Capricorn. Y'all gave me more than 2. This is too many. Ay Dios. So this one came out upright. They gave me 4 more. This one, they gave me... Alright. We got the Six of Pentacles sideways. The Page of Pentacles sideways. The Two of Swords upright. the Hangman reverse, the Three of Wands reverse, followed by the Five of Swords reverse. If you know me and you've been working with me, you know I turn all my cards upright when I shuffle. So when there's a reversal, it's usually a reason. What I'm getting from this, Capricorn, is that you're worried about your financial future. You're worried about you have to make a choice and you're not quite sure what to do. This may be a choice in careers. This may be a choice to move somewhere. Some of you are thinking about moving, or some of you are planning to move, but your plans changed and they kind of changed out of nowhere. You were planning to move, but things shifted where you weren't able to move. You had a plan so that you can see, some of you had, some of you Capricorns, y'all a little bit of a schemer. Some of y'all had a little scheme kind of plan. And you thought everything was going to work out perfectly the way you wanted, because you was going to be able to have your cake and eat it too. You was going to be able to do things this way. But whatever plan. So what I'm getting is like the type of Capricorns that'll work, but still get like government funded. You're going to use that, and people do it. We all do it, or not we all do it, but a lot of people, we do that to survive. You know what I mean? You had a plan to do things a certain way, but things aren't going the way that you planned it. And so now you're kind of feeling a little stuck. Like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? You had a plan to do something a plan to do something financially, or do something. You were going to probably move or take a trip somewhere, and things didn't work out the way that you had planned. What is the advice for Capricorn? Based on this, what is the advice for Capricorn? Oh, yeah, hour in, I got to speed this up. We need to at least be 5 signs into my head. What is the advice for Capricorn? Oh, ay, Dios mío, no. Es demasiado. No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. What's the advice for Capricorn? Just give me a few cards, please. Okay, that's 2. I'm almost getting like a 3 of Pentacles energy from this, even though this isn't the 3 of Pentacles. You got the 3 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. Let's pull 2 more for advice. 2 more. Give me 2 more cards for the advice for Capricorn, please. Or 1 if that's only what's needed. 1 or 2 more cards for the advice for Capricorn. You don't want any more? You don't want to give me any more? Is this it? This might be it. That might be your only advice, because nothing's coming out. There we go. That's too many. Look how thick that is. No, that's too much. Give me too much. Come on. 1 or 2 more cards. That's too much. 1 or 2 more. That's it. Please, por favor. There we go. 2 more came out. The last 2 cards of advice that you guys got is the 4 of Swords and the Ace of Wands. I feel like the advice for you, Capricorn, is to not be so combative. Stay away from, you know the old saying, you could get more flies with honey than vinegar, or something like that. Learn to work with people, Capricorn. Learn to work with people. That's the advice that I'm getting for you guys. Learn to work with people instead of fighting against them and being combative and arguing and going tit for tat. Because some of y'all can be very petty, very tit for tat. You do this, I'm going to do this, and you do this. The advice is don't do that at this time. The advice is to sleep on things, and the answer may be revealed to some of you in a dream on what you need to do for this situation. Take some time and rest and chill. The answer to what your next steps are will be revealed to you in a dream. Okay? Let's look up love messages for Capricorn, and then we're going to go on to the next sign. Hold on, somebody inboxed me. Let me just check. Oh. Oh, why is it popping up like that in my inbox? That's weird. All right. Love messages for Capricorn. What love messages for the Capricorns that are entering or in the vibration of love, that are in that love frequency or going to be in that love frequency? What is the love message for them? What is the love message? Capricorn. Who's that? Capricorn. What love message for Capricorn? Give me one love message for Capricorn. What is that? They adore you. So, you Capricorns that are in a love frequency, or going to be in a love frequency soon, you're going to come across someone that adores you. It made me think of the Prince song, Until the End of Time, I'll be there for you. Someone's going to feel that way about you. You are my heart and mind. I truly adore you. Oh, they adore you. Capricorn. Someone is going to love you the way that you are. I love you just the way you are. Someone's going to love you the way that you are. When your hair ain't done, they're going to love you regardless. When you ain't got that haircut, they're going to love you regardless. They're going to love you whether you got money or whether you don't. Someone adores you, and they cherish you, and they put you on this pedestal. And and if you haven't met this person, you will meet this person if you are entering a love frequency or a love cycle. That's beautiful, Capricorns. All right. Thank y'all, Caps. Sagittarius time. Happy Sagittarius season. 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 Why my cards all mixed up like that? Hold on, let me fix my cards. I know I like to put them all upright because if a reversal comes out, it's meant. I'm going to fix these up and then I'm going to shuffle. Happy Sagittarius season. Happy Sagittarius season. Saggy, Saggy, says Saggy, says Saggy, Saggy, says Saggy. Happy Sagittarius season. You love Sag season? Really? Maybe you got some Sag up in your chart, girl. Who knows? They say in Western astrology, my ascendant is Sagittarius. I don't really see it. No, I'm just joking. Happy Sagittarius season. Maybe a lot of people might like Sagittarius season. Sag might be a popular season also because it's connected with that number 3 energy. Sagittarius season, Pisces season, they're all with that 3 energy. And 3 is kind of popular. As well as, I want to say Leo season. Seasons that are kind of popular. Is your rising Scorpio? My rising is Scorpio in Vedic. In Vedic astrology, my rising is Scorpio. But in Western astrology, my rising is, or ascendant, same thing. My rising is Sagittarius. But you could kind of tell because the way I move my head and the big hair and hairstyles I be wearing is it's very Sagittarian like half man, half horse. That's kind of where some of the Saggy dreaminess fits. You know, Sagittarius like to be in their own damn world in their head. They the type of people you can be talking to, and you talking to them, and they zoning out, having like a thought about something else they want to do. How you talking to them? You'd be like, yes, and he'd be like, just be in their own world, think about a video game, something else. Happy Sagittarius season. Oh, your rising is Scorpio, so I guess in Vedic it's Libra. It might be. It might be. That might be why you so pretty, girl. That Libra rising, girl. What you doing on my back, Papa? He just probably kicking his feet on my back. He's like a whole baby. Everybody thinks he sounds like a baby when they call him. What messages for Sagittarius? I took time with y'all because it's y'all season. Happy Sagittarius season. Happy Sagittarius season. This keep coming out for a lot of people. A lot of people ain't getting enough sleep. Happy Sagittarius season. Oh yeah, because things have to be fair. That Libra. My midheaven is Libra. That's why I'm big on balance and fairness. I don't like shit that ain't fair. It pisses me off. I feel like if the world would just be even and fair and balanced with that Libra midheaven I have. Tell us more for Sagittarius. Saggy, bo badgy, banana, fena, bo veggie, B5, mo maggy. Saggy. Give us more information. Come on, don't hold out. Don't be stingy with the messages. Oh. Come on. What do Sagittarius need to know at this time? What do Sagittarius need to know at this time? You could come across indecisive, though, with that Libra rising. You could come across, and it's weird because you don't come across like the type of person that straddles the fence. You're very straightforward, but that's because your life path number is such a strong life path number. I'll keep that. Give me one more card for Sagittarius. One more card for Sagittarius. But that's why you fight so hard with that life path number and that Libra rising. People actually underestimate how intelligent you are with that Libra rising too as a woman. They probably underestimate how smart you are. You a Cancer, you smarter than people think. Okay. Saggies, you got the Four of Swords, you got the Knight of Cups, you got the Justice card, you got the Five of Pentacles reverse. So Sagittarius, in your season, or sometime soon, I was about to say somewhere, but I said somewhen, things are balancing out for you. Things are going to balance out for you in different ways. Some of you may have suffered from illness in the past. Some of you may have suffered from financial difficulties in the past, homelessness. Some of you made it and survived through a lot of hard things in life. But I feel like things are going to balance for you. Maybe in your season, maybe after your season. Make sure you're getting adequate rest to further help your health. What I heard, it was anxiety. Some of you are having anxiety issues, Saggies. You have to learn to meditate, to rest, to relax and silence the mind sometimes. Your mind is working a lot. It's thinking a lot. You got to practice silencing the mind at times. Allow yourself to rest. Things are balancing out for you and getting better for you, actually. Even some of the before I say that, let's clarify that Knight of Cups. Clarify the Knight of Cups, please. Clarify the Knight of Cups. Clarify the Knight of Cups for Sagittariuses. There's too many cards. Clarify the Knight of Cups. Sometimes when I get sleepy too, I think I start dropping a whole bunch of cards, like whole stacks and chunks. Clarify the Knight of Cups for Sagittarius. Some of you have been through some hard shit in life. Boy, oh boy. Some of you, what I heard was made it through the storm. Some of you made it through the storm. You made it through the storm. You survived, Sagittarius. You are a survivor. The Knight of Cups is clarified by the Three of Cups. A lot more people during your season and in the near future are going to be showing you love, is what I'm hearing and feeling. You're going to start to get a lot more love, a lot more recognition. You're going to start to get recognized for what you've made it through, for your hard work, for your resilience is going to be seen and recognized and admired. You're going to have opportunities to celebrate with people. Some of you are going to celebrate with people you haven't seen in a long time. Some people you're going to come together with. It may even be around Christmas time. It may be after that. It may be before that. But you're going to be coming together in sisterhood or brotherhood with other people. I feel like you're going to start to see people show you more love and really start to see the love around you. You may not have always seen or felt that in the past. But because things are balancing out and the energy is shifting, you're going to start to see the love. There's actually people that love you. There's actually people that care about y'all, Sagittarius. Bottom of the deck is the Judgment card. That's the overall energy. With that being at the bottom of the deck, I feel like you're going to rethink a lot of your decisions. Some of you struggled with addiction. And some of you have been clean from addiction of something. And you're going to look back at all the things that you have made it through and start to feel a sense of accomplishment and start to be recognized. You're stronger than you give yourself credit for sometimes, Sagittarius. That's the message I got for you, Sagittarius. What love messages do I have? Oh, because I said that? Why is that funny? Because the end with the vibe and what I was seeing is that the Sagittarius that this message is for, or people with the Sag placements that message is for, have not always felt like they had people in their corner. They have not always felt the love. They felt alone, especially when they were going through some of their toughest times. But there's people that actually have love for y'all. There's people that actually care about y'all. And you're realizing that, or you're going to realize that pretty soon. You're going to look back like, dag, I really thought nobody cared about me, nobody loved me. But yo, these people, when I think about it, they kind of always been rooting me on. You know what I mean? Any love messages for the Sagittarius that are in a love vibration or entering a love frequency? Any messages? Any messages for the Sagittarius? Sagittarius. I feel like Six of Wands energy, even though I didn't pick that out. Six of Wands energy for you, Sagittarius. Or maybe not quite there yet. Give it about a year or two. Six of Wands energy. But it's building into that. Ooh. Next year is a number 9 year, Sagittarius. You're going to learn to let go of things next year. You're going to learn to let go of certain aspects of toxicity. You're going to see the need to let go of toxicity within yourself. But you're also going to learn to let go of even old ways of thinking and thought patterns that doesn't serve you well at this time. That mindset of, I don't got nobody, I do shit myself, I do it alone, I do what I want to do, da, 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 that's going to get old. That's going to get old. You're going to learn that you have to let that go next year. I love you too, girl. Love messages for Sagittarius. Past love. So the Sagittarius that are meant to be, or people with Sag placements that are meant to enter a love frequency at this time, or who have entered one, past love. If you look at this card, see the girl that makes these cards, Cancerian channel, she's Nigerian. If you look at this card and you see some of the tribal marks around these people, around their faces, it's beautiful, right? Some of you Sagittarius are going to, if this is meant for you, connect with someone whom you've known in your past. And I'm not talking about your past in this life. I'm talking about your past in a past life. Some of you are going to connect with someone and you're going to feel that attraction, that affinity to that person. That person's going to feel that mutual affinity to you. There's a connection, and it's an old connection. It's going to feel like, I've known this person, and you just met them. But you have known them. You've known them in a different time, in a different life. Past love. I feel like this past love is representative of past lifetimes, or a past lifetime. Not past as in the past childhood. Thank you, Saggies. Let's go on to Scorps. Scorpios, please don't kill me. I missed y'all all last month, y'all whole season. I might be giving y'all a little extra love along with Saggies. Yeah, I know I don't read every day. Sometimes I'll be reading every day. Sometimes I read like once every 3 months. But I appreciate y'all love and support. Stick these back in here and reshuffle again. Okay, what messages for the Scorpios? Scorpios. 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 Don't be no hoe. Scorpio. I'm just playing. Scorpio, Scorpio. I love all the signs. I talk shit about all the signs, but I love all the signs. I am all the signs. I have all the signs inside of my, either my astrology or my numerology has every freaking sign in it. If it's not in my astrology, it's in my numerology. If it's not in my numerology, it's in my astrology. And we all are all the signs because we go through, as Queen Cup likes to say, who I love on Facebook. Make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. She's amazing. She's a number 6 Cancer, just like me. Same age and everything. But as Queen Cup has said for years, because I remember when she used to read the signs years ago, but then she stopped reading signs. And she only does collective readings. And I understand why. And as she says, we are all the signs. And when you think about it, we are all the signs because every year we go through every single sign. Just like every year we go through every single number. We're connected with all the numbers. We're connected with all the signs. We're connected with all the seasons. And every season and every sign and every number has something to teach us. Every single one. Even if it's our opposite. I learned not to run away from opposites years ago because opposites will teach you some of the most valuable lessons you can learn in life. Opposition doesn't necessarily mean bad. It's teaching you. You know what I mean? Lately, I've actually been seeing my opposite number a lot resonating with me, pulling me. And I'm like, what is this for? And then when I calculated my personal year cycle for next year, I said, oh, I'm going to be in that cycle. So far, oof. Not Sagittarius, Scorpios. We already starting out with the damn Tower card. Let's see what else comes out. What other messages do you guys have for Scorpios? Scorpios. Scorpios. You know what that make me think of? What's that movie, Step Brothers? Boats and hoes. Boats and hoes. Boats and hoes, boats and hoes. Boats and hoes, boats and hoes. Scorpio, Scorpio. The way I was saying it. Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. Major life changes. The Hermit card came out. Major life changes. Give us two more. Two more. Major life changes. Going into Hermit mode. Scorpios. How should I take this? It didn't, I guess I gotta read it sideways. Sometimes I read things sideways. I know people don't usually do that. That's just some Ozma shit. Okay, Justice card sideways. Give me one more message for Scorpio. Give me one more message for Scorpio. One more message. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío. Two more messages came out. Three of Swords. Followed by the Six of Cups. Woo! Scorpio, that was a whole energy shift. Okay. Scorpios, I'm seeing different things and we're going to speak on everything I'm seeing. Scorpios, oh my gosh, I feel emotional for you guys. You're going through, or you're going to go through, if you haven't already, a major life change. A major life change, however that looks like for you on your journey at this time. It could be the death of someone significant to you. It could be the loss of something significant to you. I almost don't want to say a part of that, but I'm going to get to that. A major life change that you've gone through recently, or that you're going to go through, is going to put you in hermit mode. It's going to make you recluse. It's going to make you kind of want to be to yourself and stay to yourself. You're going to go into this hermit energy, not wanting to really be around each other, just trying to understand why things in life happen the way that they happen. Some of you are going to be into research, and some of you are going to be into just seeking answers within. You got the Justice card sideways, and now I understand why that Justice card came out sideways. I'm going to get back to that Justice card. You also got the Three of Swords, and you got the Six of Cups. Some of you may have lost a relative, like a sister. Someone you bonded with or knew or loved from childhood. Some of you may have lost a child. My condolences to anyone who has lost somebody. You're going to try to understand why that happened. Why did it have to happen that way? You feel like you're not, hold on one second. Yo, let me call you back. I'm doing live readings on Facebook. You can join in if you want. All right. You're feeling like life is not fair. That's why that Justice card came out sideways. Or you're going to feel like things are not fair. Some of you may be dealing with the devastation of someone betraying you, someone, if it's a relationship situation, somebody cheating on you or some shit like that, somebody betraying you. You feel like, or you're going to feel like life is not fair. It's not fair right now. It's not doing you right. It's not balanced. You're like, yo, I did everything that I was supposed to do right. I tried my best to do everything right. Why is this happening? Some of you may be in a why is this happening, woe is me energy. After this, we need to pull more. What advice do you have for Scorpios at this time? What flipped over? Strength card. I didn't even get to shuffle. And the Strength card came out. They want you to be strong during this time and pull on the inner strength within yourself. in your spirit. They want you to manage your emotions during this time. It's okay to cry, but it's not okay to lash out at other people and everybody and everything during this time of grief and pain. Be mindful not to do that as best as you can. What other advice do you have for Scorpio at this time? Some of you have lost just something significant. Some of you may even have lost a home or lost a business deal. It could be, it's just a significant loss is what I'm feeling that Tower card is representative of at this time. What other advice do we have for Scorpios other than the Strength card? What other advice do we have? These two flipped over. King of Cups. King of Swords. Ace of Swords. Let's talk about the Swords energy for a second. Swords is usually represented by air signs. You see my palm itching? That's a good thing. But swords also deals with mental energy, with clarity, with thinking. At this time, the advice is to be strong, still be your caring self, and be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Don't get a level of emotional homeostasis, if you know what I mean. Balance yourself emotionally at this time and channel all that energy into not creativity, but it could be creativity. Channel all that energy into working smarter, planning, dotting your I's and crossing your T's, setting boundaries in areas and aspects that you did not set boundaries with before. They want you to react more in a more of a clever nature. They want you to be mindful of how you handle things. You see my palm keeps itching. You may be getting some money once you do this. Not once you scratch your hand, once you do what I'm telling you from the advice. They want you to gather yourself, gather your emotions. Do not use those emotions as in the situation as an excuse to be emotionally manipulative or to have a pity party. They want you to be smart and be strong and strategic about how you're going to handle this situation. That is the advice. How you're going to deal with it. So for example, if it's the loss of a loved one, right? It's okay to grieve. It's okay to cry. But think about what can you learn from this situation. What were some values and things that loved one taught you? How could you in the future plan certain things more effectively? If it's the loss of a child, it's okay to grieve. It's okay to feel that pain. But depending on how that child, what circumstances it was under where that child is now deceased, they want you to think about what could you have done differently. Take your emotions out of it and think objectively and logically. Not blaming yourself, but think, what could I have done? What could I do in the future to lessen the chance of this happening, if possible? If that makes any sense, you guys. How I'm conveying it. I'm trying my best to convey it as clearly as possible. Of course, that's a tragedy. No one expects no shit like that. However, how you deal, we all go through traumas and we all go through stress and struggle in life, but how you deal with it is significantly important to what's going to happen after. What's the domino effect after? How you deal with the stress, the trauma, the struggle is what's important, because it's going to help either give you good or bad karma. It's going to help set the tone for the future things to happen. Okay? What love messages do we have for Scorpios? What love messages for Scorpios? What love messages for Scorpios? And we're going to speed this up, because I'm going to be up here all night. I know I used to do that. I ain't trying to do that all night. What love messages do we have for Scorpios? Scorpios, what love messages for Scorpios? Give me one love message for Scorpios that they need to know at this time. One love message for Scorpios. 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 What is that? Your love messages express your needs. Scorpios that are entering a love frequency or are in a love vibration, it's important that you express your needs. Express what you need from your partner. Express what you need from your partner. What you need within yourself. Express that. If you're a person that needs periods of solitude, you need to express that. A lot of times, Scorpios, from my experience, tend to hold in their feelings, tend to not always, and it's kind of like sometimes they want you to read their mind, like they hope that you get it, like, oh, well, if I didn't say anything, then you should know. No, we shouldn't know. Express what you need. Express what you need. It doesn't really count fully until you say it. Oh, well, if you knew me all these years, you should know. No, I shouldn't know. Express what you need, okay? Love y'all, Scorps. Wishing y'all well. Next, we're going on to Libra. And we're going to speed this up, all right? With all the rest of the signs, because this is a lot still to do. Libra. What messages do we have for Libra? 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 Cut the deck. Okay. That one's flipped the wrong way. Hold on. Oh, it's backwards. Sorry. I'm going to reshuffle it and cut the deck. What messages do we have for Libra? What messages do we have for Libra? What messages do we have for Libra? What messages do we have for Libras? What messages do our Libras need at this time? What messages do we have for our Libras at this time? So I'm just cutting the deck all over the place. Libra, 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 Libra. Libra, 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 Libra. You guys, I've been singing at this place, doing karaoke. One of my colleagues, my old colleagues, who is also a singer, got me singing at this place on Wednesdays. Lord of mercy. Singing at this place on Wednesdays, having a damn good time. I'm going to be there probably next Wednesday. Place called the Dirty Bird. And I get up there and I sing for the people. Like, I'm bullshitting now, but I be singing for the people. I be singing for the people. It'd be fun. I'm so glad she brings me there. Shout out to her. All right, what messages do we have for our Libras? What general messages do we have for Libra? This is coming out a lot, the Strength card. What other messages do we have for Libras? What messages we have for Libra? What are these? Okay, that's a lot. Chef card followed by the King of Swords, followed by the Page of Pentacles, followed by the Eight of Swords, to the Queen of Cups, everything upright, to the Ace of Swords, to the Knight of Cups. Give me a second. Scorpios, you're being guided to gain your strength inward, your internal strength, gain control of your emotions, and also be strategic. They want you to be wise in how you handle things. For example, you may need to be wise with your money at this time. You're learning how to save. Some of you are learning, or you need to learn how to save, how to budget your money. Because King, Queen. Because it's going to help you in the long run. In the past, Libras, you've been your own worst enemy when it comes to certain things like your finances. Some of you got credit card debt. Some of you have a habit of splurging with your money. And you have to learn how to properly deal with your money. Some of you self-sabotage, and you get into self-sabotage energy. You get into self-sabotage energy with your money. Some of you get into self-sabotaging kind of energy with love. But you're very sweet. You're very sweet on the inside. You're kind. Some of you Libras may be dealing with a water sign or an air sign that's significant in your life at this time. Water signs being Cancer, Scorpios, Pisces. Air signs being Libras, Aquariuses, or Gemini. But right now, they want you to practice inner strength and resilience. And discipline. That's the word for you, Libra, this time through this message. Discipline. Discipline. Not to an extreme where you sabotage yourself, but they want you to be disciplined at this time. I need water. Eight. You got 2 8s in here. It's important that you practice discipline at this time with your finances, Libra, or with love. Take it as it resonates. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck, the Star card. Some of you are healing from past mistakes. Some of you are learning with regards to love in particular how to be vulnerable. Some of you have to learn how to accept and appreciate and be okay with and accept that you've made mistakes. You made mistakes with your finances. You made mistakes with love, but you need to learn from them. That's your message. What love message is for Libra? Give me a love message for Libra. Libras that are entering a love vibration or are in a love frequency. I'm going to take that one that flipped over, which says relocating. Some of you may be thinking about relocating. Some of you may need to relocate and go somewhere new, Libras. Some of you may need to go somewhere new. That might be where you find, because this is specifically for love, this card, that might be where you need to find love when you relocate somewhere. That might be where you will find someone. Okay? Don't be afraid to move on. Thank you, Libra. We're going to go on to Virgo. Virgo. Where's my pen? Baby girl, won't you come and hold my hand? Won't you come and chill out with the Virgo? Virgo, Virgo. To Libra. Now we're up to Virgo, 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 Virgo. Then after Virgo, it's going to be Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Okay. See the baby sleeping still? The big baby. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You wake up because you hear mama talk about you? Your human mama talk about you? My baby. Okay. Virgo. Virgo. What general messages do we have for Virgo? What general messages do we have for Virgo? I guess he don't feel like pulling any cards lately. He would just want to curl up under me and go to sleep lately. He had his shots, some shots recently. I'm not a big fan of that, but I have to get him these damn shots again, so. But he had his shots, so he might be a little down and lethargic. That could be why he's a little needy and clingy lately, a little bit more. Virgo. What general messages do we have for our Virgos? General messages for our Virgos. General messages for the 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 Virgos. I'm surprised a lot of people didn't jump in. Usually people jump in and be asking, random people be asking for readings. Whatever flipped over. A few cards flipped over. Okay, you got the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Magician card. Give me 2 more messages for Virgo, please. Give me 2 more messages for Virgo. 2 more. 2 more messages for Virgos. I should get some cookies. That's more than 2. Ay Dios, what's been going on lately? 5 of Swords, 3 of Wands, followed by the 6 of Pentacles. Virgos, you shifted the energy in something. I feel like someone tried to take advantage of you and you shifted that energy like the alchemist you are, like the magician you are. Earth magicians, that's what I like to call y'all. Someone thought that they was going to be slick and thought they was going to cheat you out of something, and it didn't work because you shifted that whole energy up. You changed that whole shit up. They were sleeping on you and they had no idea that you were a magician and you would change it all up. You used your power in a positive way, or you use the power to pull things in your favor, and as a result you're being gifted financially, you're being gifted abundantly, you're being gifted some sort of gift or some sort of gain. This gift, this financial gift, reward or opportunity that is being gifted to you from the divine is going to allow you to travel. It's going to allow you to make moves that you've been wanting to make. And it's also going to give you extra money that you can help others that you love, other loved ones, other people that you care about. It's going to give you more so that you can be able to help the people that you've been wanting. Because things balance out for you. They balanced out for you because you used the energy right. You manipulated the energy properly in your favor. Very good, Virgos. Very good. You manipulated the energy in your favor. Y'all better go ahead. Stop playing, Virgos. What's your love message? Love message for Virgo. Give me one love message. I'm holding on to the damn card. Okay, the love message is for Virgos who are entering or who are in a love frequency, a love vibration. The love message is friends to lovers. That is your love message. You're going to meet someone, if this is your time, you're going to meet someone that's going to start off as a friend. You're going to have this, good times together, these laughs, share these good memories and jokes and things together. But it's going to grow into love. You're going to grow into just looking at that person as a friend and them looking at you as a friend, to looking at each other as a prospect. All right? Thank you, Virgos. Next sign. Leo, 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 Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo. Your message was very clear and direct, Virgo. Leo's turn. What happened, baby? You're my baby. He's sticking his feet out and he likes to do that. Put his feet on me like that. Right, Papa? It's your mommy's baby. It's your mommy's foey baby. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. I'm going to try to timestamp it for everyone and put it in the comments when I finish all of this. And go back to everyone and timestamp it. So if you want to just watch your sign, you can. And just get the message for your specific sign. Leo, Leo, Leo. Damn, Leo. I was still shuffling. The Hierophant came out. Some of y'all getting married. Or wanting to marry somebody. Or somebody wanting to marry you. Let's get married. Let's get married. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. Ready? What general messages do we have for Leo? Leo, 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 Leo. That's a whole lot of cards. Let's see what came out. Ooh, the Chariot. Do it, do it, do it. The Knight of Swords. Followed by the Hermit. Okay. I feel like this is... There's not a lot of cups. There's no cups in these cards. But I feel like for some of you... I feel like this is kind of a love message for some of you. But it doesn't have to be. It can also... The Hierophant can also deal with commitment to things. Could deal with contracts and things like that. Some of you may be, if you're not in a love frequency or in that vibration, you may be offered a contract to work with someone. You're being guided to do it and do it quickly. Otherwise, what I'm hearing is you might regret it. That's interesting. Move fast, move swiftly. For others of you, that this may be a message of union. I feel like this is a spontaneity kind of thing in love, in marriage. Someone may be offering or wanting to marry you. You may be wanting to marry them. And it's like, move forward, do it. Don't overthink it. What's at the bottom of the deck? The bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. This is interesting. A lot of you guys are in deep thought on whether you should do something or not. Whether you should move forward with this commitment or not, be it a work or business contract, or be it a relationship kind of thing. Some of you may be trying to marry somebody for help someone get a green card or something. But it might be a good opportunity for you. Something is presenting itself to you as an opportunity, and I feel like you're being guided to move forward and to move quickly on whatever this opportunity is. And it's funny because I'm not getting cups. Maybe it's all business. Let's clarify that Hermit. Clarify the Hermit. Clarify the Hermit in this spread. Hermit is clarified by the Tower. I feel like if you move too slow on whatever this opportunity is, you can cause a major life shift. A major life, sorry, a little itchy. A major life shift or turn of events that won't really help you. Bottom of this deck is the Six of Wands. Whatever this opportunity being given to you, you want to have some haters looking at you. If you take advantage of this opportunity in a positive way, because you're going to be successful. You're going to be victorious, but some people are going to be looking and watching you like, how she get or how he get that opportunity, how they get that. All right. That's your message, Leo. Let's go on to your last love message. Give me one love message for Leo. Leos who are entering the love frequency or love vibration. One message for Leo, please. One message for Leo. One message for Leo. One message for Leo. One message for Leo. Leo, 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 Leo. One message for Leo. One message for Leo. One message for Leo. Leo, Leo. One message for Leo. The message you got is pillow talk. Pillow talk, Leo, pillow talk. Pillow talk, Leo, pillow talk. Who you pillow talking, Leo? Who you pillow talking, Leo? Who you pillow talking with? Don't be doing all that pillow talking telling about everybody else's business. Leo. Who you pillow talking with? Who you pillow talking with? Who you pillow talking with? Leo, you're going to start confiding in someone if you're in a love frequency or a love vibration or you're entering one. There's going to be someone who you're going to feel comfortable enough to do that pillow talk with. You're going to feel comfortable enough to tell them certain things about you that you don't always reveal to everyone. And they're going to be comfortable telling you those things, and they're going to be listening to you. They're going to be listening to your pillow talk, soaking it all up. All right, Leo, that's the end of your reading. We're going to go on to Cancer. Cancerian, 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 Cancerian. Welcome back. Cancerian, Cancerian. We sped it up because we got to get through this night, baby. Cancerian, 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 Cancerian. Cancerian. Cáncer, 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 cáncer. Cáncer, yo no sé qué quería hacer, cáncer. Yo no sé qué quería hacer. Ay, Dios mío, Cancerian. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, Cancerian? What messages, what general messages do you have for the Cancers? Cancers. Cancers. What general message do you have for our Cancerians? What do our Cancerians need to know at this time? Ooh, what do our Cancerians need to know at this time? What do they need to know at this time? What do they need to know? What do you need to know? Bum bum. What do you need to know? Bum bum. Bum, bum, bum. What general messages do we have for Cancers? What general messages do we have for Cancers? That's what the Cancers need to know at this time. Take your time, Cancers. That's what came through. I don't know what that's for, but take it as it resonates. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time, young man. Mama used to say, don't you rush to get old. Mama used to say, take it in your stride. Mama used to say, live your life. Live your life. Take your time, young girl. Mama used to say, don't you rush to get old. Mama used to say, take it in your stride. Mama used to say, live your life. Live your life. Okay? What message for Cancer? Cancers, y'all stubborn. Ooh. Y'all stubborn. Y'all stubborn. Oops, something flipped over. Ace of Cups came out. Ace of Cups came out. Let's see what the general message is for the Cancers. Get more. Tell us a little bit more. What do the Cancerians need to know at this time? Of course, some of you are being divinely gifted something. Hierophant again. Again, baby. Again, baby. Yes, you are, baby. You know, Cancers are stubborn as hell. I'm a Cancer, too. I'm a Cancer. She's a Cancer. He's a Cancer. Who? We a Cancer. They a Cancer. We all Cancers, boo. Ay, ay, ay. Ace of Cups followed by the Hierophant. Hold on. Hold on. What is coming out here? The Chariot. The Chariot again. Ace of Cups followed by the Hierophant, followed by the Chariots. Chariot is ruled by Cancer, too. These are too many damn cards. Followed by the Jigga what? Jigga who? Followed by the Moon card. Queen of Swords reverse. Five of Wands reverse. Okay. Let's get this energy going. Cancers. Ay, Dios mío, Cancer. Some of you are being gifted in love in the near future. Some of you are being divinely given love. What is at the bottom of the deck? The bottom of the deck is that 8? Yes, the 8 of Pentacles. Some of you have worked very hard. Some of you have worked very hard for this life that you want, or this life that you're trying to make for yourself. With the Ace of Cups followed by the Hierophant, some of you may be getting married in the near future. Some of you may... some of you may have to move. Possibly. I feel like that's for a small percentage of people. But some of you are being gifted love, union. This is very interesting. Bless you, Papa. You sneezed? Yo, sneezy baby. You sneeze? Ooh. But remember, the Hierophant doesn't only represent marriage. It can also represent contracts and dealings. Some of you may be gifted a partner. Some of you may find love through work, through a partner that you may come into work with first. Some of you are trying to go places and create things, but you don't quite know how it's going to be done. You're just walking on faith, and you're being guided to continue to walk on faith. There's some things that you do not know. But don't worry about that. Even secrets being kept from you, because it will all come to light eventually. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, followed by the Five of Wands in reverse. Some of you used to be a bitch. Or what kind of bitchy? Or some of you had someone in your energy, or have someone in your energy who's bitchy, who talks shit about you, who likes to start shit, who likes to argue, who likes to do all of this shit. But I love the fact that that's coming out in reverse the way that it is, because I feel like that time is over with. That time is over with. It's, what did I just hear? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, Cancers. You've had people try to take you down and do things behind your back, and do things when you've tried to give, show people love, when you try to be genuine and helpful to people. Some of you have had people who try to conspire against you behind your back, but it's not going to work. Or it's not working. Let's pull a little bit more for clarity. Tell us a little bit more about this, please. Tell us a little bit more. Poco más, por favor. Las cartas, poco más, por favor. You got the Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. A lot of you Cancerians have been through a lot. People may have verbally beat you down for a long time, may have told you you wasn't going to be shit, may have told you you wasn't destined to do things. That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. Es una mentira. Todos son mentirosos. That's not true. You're the wounded warrior, though. You still get up and fight regardless. You fight against the things that people try to place on you, the things that people try to cast over you and speak over you that is negative. And that's a very good thing. Bottom of the deck, Three of Swords reversed. Some of you are getting over a heartbreak, getting over someone who interfered with something regarding a romantic situation or love. Okay, Cancers. And some of you are being gifted love in the near future. Love and union. Some of you is just union with regards to business. You might find the best business partner that you need, but you may need to travel to get that business partner. You may meet that business partner traveling, or you may meet the person that you're going to be with traveling. Some things you're not going to know because it's not meant for you to know just yet. Well, that's the quick message for Cancer. Let's see what love messages come out. General love messages for Cancers. Oops, that fell out fast. Let go of control, Cancers. What I heard was that a lot of you try to control the outcome of things because you want to feel safe. Cancers need to feel safety. They need to feel emotional safety. They need to feel financial safety, security, stability. But you're being guided to let go of control sometimes because things are not always meant to go the way that you've planned it. Sometimes there's a better fucking plan that you could have never fathomed. And if you keep standing in the way and trying to control the outcome of how things are, how things look, how things are supposed to be, you may not get the best of what you're capable of. For example, if there is a Cancer who is like, okay, I want to get married, but I want to marry a supermodel guy. You remember that show, What Chilli Wants? Even though she's not a Cancer, she's a Pisces, but it gives you a prime example. On the show What Chilli Wants, Chilli had a laundry list of what she wanted in a man. There was absolutely nothing wrong with having standards. However, her list was ridiculously long down to the finite details of some of the most ridiculous shit. I want a man this, like this, and even the person who was the matchmaker was like, this is too much. Not saying that she should not have standards or let go of her standards, but because it's so many standards, even down to the most tiniest little thing, she may unintentionally be trying to control the outcome of who she gets with. And by that, she's narrowing the opportunity to meet someone who could possibly be perfectly yoked for her. Be amazing for her, that she could be so happy with, all because she wants these specific things on this checklist, and if a person doesn't meet one of those checks, she don't want to deal with them. He got to have a nice body. He have to have a big penis. He have to have this. He have to have that. Which some things I think are important like that, right? He has to make 6 figures, over 6 figures. He has to make this. He has to make this. He can't have food in his teeth. He can't have this. He can't have that. Okay, you're getting too much with that. He has to have a curl pattern that's loose curl, but not tight curl. But it's not, girl, that's too damn much. Guy, that's too damn much. That's when you're getting to a little too much. You know what I mean? So, but that lover that interferes is facts. Too short. I'm trying to get the rest of these damn sides. But my point is, it always definitely have standards, but there always has to be a level of balance with everything we do, because when we get out of balance, that's when things fuck up in life. So, yes, have standards, stick to your standards, but think of reasonable standards to keep up there. You could say something like, I want my person to have a great sense of humor. That's reasonable. That's more reasonable than I want him to be between 6'1" and 6'4". What if the best person for you is 6'5"? What if the best person for you is 5'11"? To the point where you can meet that person, love that person, they will love you down every way that you've always wanted to be loved, and you'll forget that they're not 6'1". You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. Stop trying to control the outcome, Cancer. We know y'all controlling, baby, but we love you. Stop being controlling. Take them out of your crabby claw. Take the shit out of your crabby claw. You want to crab claw shit. And hold on. Let it go. Love y'all, Cancers. Next, we got Geminis. Geminis. After Gemini, we got Taurus and then Aries, and then we done for the night. Gemini. Gemini. Take them out of your crabby claws, damn it, Cancers. What general message do we have for Geminis? Just want to snap, and hold on so tight you break a damn finger. Yeah, you got a Gemini moon. Goodness gracious. Let's pray for her. Let us pray. I'm just playing. Gemini moon. Gemini sun. Gemini. We all are one. Gemini. What general messages do we have for the Geminis? A Gemini. That's the way Tupac and Left Eye said it in that song. Gemini. Of course y'all think a lot. Y'all ruled by Mercury. That's straight Gemini. Oh, all these cards came out. You had a lot to tell me, honey. You got the 3 of Wands. You got the 4 of Swords reversed. You got the Emperor reversed. Damn it. You got the Hangman reversed. You got the 6 of Wands reversed. What the hell is going on, Gemini? Gemini, I feel like you're running too fast. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Everybody's getting a strength card. Strength card at the bottom of the deck, Gemini. You're running too fast. Geminis, you guys want to make moves. You guys want to go and travel. But you some of you are exhausted. That's part of why you're all over the place. You don't know what to do. Some of you are exhausted. Some of you are very, very tired because your mind and things are just fucking on and working. Just like that other sign that I read earlier, you have to quiet the mind sometimes, damn it. A lot of you Geminis are feeling stuck. You want to go somewhere. You want to travel. If you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere. That's what just came in my head. But a lot of you guys are feeling stuck about a situation. You see that there's more out there, or you want to see what else is out there in life. You want to explore. You want to have wish fulfillment so that things can align in the ways that you've been working for it to. It's like, damn it, I've been waiting 3 months, damn it, or more. I've been waiting 3 years. I want this shit to align already and get where I want and need it to be. What the hell is happening? Some of you guys are losing sleep. Some of you are feeling like you're not going to get to victory. You're worried about that. Some of you feel like you're not going to get to where you want to be. Some of you may be taking advice from an older male. But this older male, stop taking advice from their ass. What's the advice for Gemini? Oh, damn. Six of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. I'm sorry, this is not Six of Pentacles. This is Six of Cups. Six of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Four of Cups. And the Empress. This is your advice. Ding, ding, ding. Older male. I don't know. Somebody listening to some older man that's giving them bad fucking advice. Gemini. Not for everybody, just whoever that's for. He ain't giving you the best advice because he don't have the best of intentions. Whoever that older male is. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's a father figure. I don't know if that's an older man. I don't know if some of y'all dealing with an older man, if that's a big brother. They're not giving you the best advice because their intentions is not necessarily the best. So, your advice is the Six of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, followed by the Empress. Some of you need to remember certain things from childhood. Certain ways. Some of you need to tap into your inner child. Some of you are starting to grow old and disgruntled, but some of you need to play. Some of you need to tap into your inner child. Some of you need to remember how you manifested things as a child. Some of you, your children can help you with this. Or a younger sibling or some youth around you, some child around you can help you with this. You also need to save your money. Becoming more financially abundant is going to help you with your travels and the moves that you need to make. Some of you also need to practice gratefulness because you feel like you're being given things and opportunities that you really don't fucking want. It's like, why am I getting this? I don't want this. That doesn't mean that you need to take just anything given to you. But even if something is partially a good deal, sometimes take it and be grateful that it's offered. Or decline it with grace, if that makes sense. Like if someone's saying, hey, we don't have this opportunity for you, but we have this one, and it's somewhat good or it's not bad, it's just not what you want. Be like, you know what, thank you so much for that opportunity, but at this time I can't do it. You see what I'm saying? Oh, do you? You owe me money? Oh, shit, if you got it, I'll sure take it. But if you don't got it, don't worry about it. You know, money is an energy. It's a feminine energy, and I call her. And I try to attract her. But, Empress. The Empress. I'm wondering if this means saving your money and practicing gratefulness and remembering that inner child. Some of you need to spend time with your inner child self. Some of you need to give your inner child all of the things that you felt like you were denied as a child, or all the things that you felt like you needed. For example, as a child, if you tried your best with shit and no one ever said good job to you, no one ever said I love you, start to tell yourself that now. Start to say, great job, Ozma. Great job, so-and-so. I love you. Take times to say that to your inner child. Because what all of that is going to do, plus saving your money and practicing gratefulness, what that's going to do is it's going to fuel you with a burst of ideas and things that you need, and it's going to help you become more abundant so that you can travel and meet some of the accomplishments and reach that wish fulfillment. I just want to say this one thing about gratefulness. In regards to gratefulness, you guys, sometimes, for example, this is something that I've learned to do. When I'm feeling really, really down and really, really bad and depressed, and I have my moments like everybody else, child, I do. I stop and I just start listing everything that I am grateful for. When I feel real down and out, I ain't got no money, I ain't got this, I ain't got that, I stop whatever the fuck I'm doing and just start listing verbally all the things that I am grateful for. Maybe big things, maybe small things. I'm grateful that I got hair on my head. It could be something like that. I'm grateful that I got food to eat tonight. I got that strategy from watching a video. I was looking for something, I think when I was going through either Dark Night of the Soul, the most recent time, or something. And what the person said was, they said, make these declarative grateful statements and put right now in front of it. Right now, I am grateful because right now I have food. Even if you don't know if you're going to have food tomorrow. What you're doing is you're putting yourself in an energetic frequency of abundance and having things, so that you can attract things from the universe, and you're not in a state of lack. You're not in a mindset of lack. You're bringing these things energetically closer to you. I'm grateful that right now I got gas in my car. I'm grateful that right now I have food to eat. I'm grateful that right now my lights is on. When you do those things, you are shifting the energy, and you're getting yourself out of that dark cloud or that negativity, that negative mindset of depression, of sadness, and focusing on all the things that you do not have. You understand? We are all alchemists. That's why I call myself Ozma the Alchemist. We use our inner alchemy. We have to use those things and shift the energy. Energy can always be shifted. It can always be changed. Okay? Hit me up for a personal reading if you want one. We're going to do a love message for Gemini, then we're going to go to Taurus because I got to speed up. I'm moving too slow. All right? Love message for Gemini. For the Geminis that are entering or in a love frequency, your love message is trust. Trust. You have to be able to trust someone. And in order for you to truly trust someone in a healthy manner, in a healthy situation, is you have to learn to trust yourself and trust your own judgment of things. If you've made mistakes in the past and you didn't always judge things well, sometimes it's hard to trust your own judgment on things. We lose trust in ourselves and our own ability and capability of being accurate. But you have to rebuild that trust. That trust in yourself, the trust in the divine, if that's what you believe in, the trust in being able to trust people, the trust in the divine, if you believe that, like the trust that the divine will provide for you, the trust that everything you need will be given to you when you need it. Okay? Taurus. And then Aries, and then that's the last one. Taurus, Aries. I'm going to reshuffle all of these cards, baby. All of these cards, they all over the place. Let's reshuffle, but let's fix them. Or uprights. So if it comes out of reversal, it's for a reason. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Taurus, 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 Taurus. I'm glad it's only 9 o'clock here. Thank goodness. West Coast time is amazing to me. Oh my gosh. Because if I was on the East Coast, baby, that time go by extra fast to me. That should be like midnight right now. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Taurus, 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 doom, doom. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Flip them all upright, baby, and reshuffle, baby. Taurus, 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 Taurus. I love Tauruses. They can be really, really cool. Ooh. About the old head. Oh, shit. Is that message that came out about not listening to these daggone somebody, some older man, giving bad advice? Was that message for you? I'm telling you, age do not mean wisdom all the time. I've met quite a few old fools. And I respect my elders, but goodness gracious, I can't stand an old fool. Y'all about to go to Savannah, Georgia? Ooh, have fun. My ancestors, some of my ancestors were not too far from there. My ancestors that lived in the 1800s. Oh yeah, that older man, the old man with the bad advice. I was like, don't listen to that man. You know what's funny? You have a lot of people that'll listen to people. Oh yeah, because you know they older, and I respect the elders, but you gotta understand the elders been through their shit too, and they don't always be accurate sometimes. So sometimes instead of arguing with an elder, which I try my best not to most of the time, is I just leave them where they are. Okay. I'll give you a prime example. One of my grandmas one time, it was so funny. I just found it funny though. I didn't think they was being like mean or messed up or nothing. But my grandmother, one of my old grandmas, wanted me to sing for something. And I said, well, Grandma, you know, my voice been hoarse lately. I don't know what's wrong. And, you know, I got to fix it. And you know what she said? That's because you're not singing for the Lord. And that made me giggle inside. But I said, okay, Grandma. Okay, Grandma. It was just hilarious to me. I'm like, that had nothing to do with my voice like that. But I said, okay, Grandma. I guess if I sing for the Lord, honey, my voice will come back. If you cracking me up, though. You know, but the elders have their wisdom in their own ways. But if it's an elder who has never healed from certain things, who's only known dysfunctional ways of living and being, then how useful is that elder's wisdom? You feel me? How useful is that wisdom? Is it wisdom at that point? You know, it's funny. That's what they would say, right? Yeah, well, I heard this girl, when I was in gospel choir, when I was in college, use this saying that I had never heard before. She says, sometimes you got to chew the meat and spit out the bones. That's the first time I ever heard that saying. And I was like, I like that. And that's what you got to do sometimes with the elders. You respect them, but sometimes you chew the meat and spit out the bones when they talking nonsense. You be like, okay. I love you, bye-bye. Like I be telling my students, my little students that I have, the little ones, when I used to have the little students, and when I do it with my cat too, I love you, bye-bye. Yeah, well, it started off as flirtatious, then the last interaction ain't feel right. You was flirting with some old man. Why you flirting with some old man? I bet it didn't. He thought he was going to get the cootie cat. He thought he done got lucky. He done got lucky. Taurus. What general messages do we have for Taurus? I'll tell you something. Now mind you, I've been studying numerology and astrology independently since I was 15 years old. When my sisters were my legal guardians in high school, I would go with them to the bookstore. The story was layered. I would go with them to the bookstore, and I would go and find any numerology or astrology book I could find and go read it. Girl, what's been happening? Lord have mercy. We gotta definitely talk about that one. But and I would go study these things, and I stopped studying at some point in my young adult years, maybe like 19, for a period of time, a long chunk of time. And so I ended up meeting a numerology teacher, older man. I thought my thing was plugged up. Hold on. My battery shouldn't be low. I had this plugged up, I thought, the whole time. But anyway. So I ended up getting this numerology teacher. I'm not going to say his name because he's very well known. He had me pay him a lot of money per lesson. I like to get teachers and start as a blank slate, as if I don't know shit, because I want them to teach me everything from the ground up. I was also dealing with a man romantically who was also into numbers, who's also pretty well known as well. And long story short, well, self-destruct soon. Oh, Lord have mercy. Long story short, the older man, the teacher, he was much older than me. At the time, he was in his 70s. Now, mind you, I was in my 30s, my early 30s. I'm not checking for a nigga in his 70s, right? So he would be a little flirtatious. I thought that was just his personality. I'm like, oh, he's just a flirtatious person. And the guy that I was dealing with was supposed to be a friend of his. So you would think there'd be some respect there, right? No. And Papa's up. Hey, Papa. And we're having a session. This is the very last session we had. Mind you, I paid him a lot of money for this. Every session, he had me pay him a lot of money. And this man says to me, these are his exact words, I would love to taste you, and I promise you won't be disappointed. Awkward. I was like, I think I was kind of like, no, but let's continue the session. Like, and I think that, and I wasn't even mad, because I respected him telling his feelings. I respect people for telling their feelings. But after that, he got really awkward where he stopped having sessions with me. And I think that was his guilt, because it wasn't mine. I still would have had the sessions with him. I just was like, nah, that ain't going to happen. But in my head, like, that ain't going to happen, but we can keep having these sessions because I'm paying for it. Of course, hold on, y'all. Of course, I tell the guy that I'm dealing with about this because this is supposed to be his friend, right? And I had an older woman who I befriended years ago, who we're not really friends now, but we were friends at one point. And she used to have this saying, she said, in her anger and bitterness towards men, she used to say, you know, men protect each other's bullshit. And it made so much sense when she said that. I don't know why this is not charging. Is this not charging? It says plugged in, so how the fuck is it that 5% have been plugged in the whole time? To speed up charging, use the charger that came with the device. I don't know what that charger is. This should be working. It's a charger. If this cuts off, though, I'm going to have to do a continuation one. But we down to Taurus, so let's speed up Taurus. But yeah, that's my little story. So I never worked with that old man again. I had another old man when I was younger, around 19, who my friend introduced me to in Virginia. Because we were both into quote-unquote consciousness, and she wanted us to meet each other. And this man We were cool until this man decided to tell me that he was spiritually up in my crib watching me take a shower. Like a dirty bastard. Old dirty bastard. And that was kind of kooky. So that didn't work. I don't know why. This is my other computer. This works any other time. This charger. Anyway. Taurus. What general messages do we have for Taurus? Alright, we're going to do Taurus and Aries super fast before this computer dies. Okay. 7 of Cups came out. The Justice card came out. Tell us more for Taurus. This is plugged up. I don't know why the fuck it's not charging right. Same. Started, then stop, and start again. I'm going to text you about that, girl, because I don't know what you're doing. What is going on? The 8 of Swords followed by the World card. Oh my goodness. Taurus, you're at a place where you need to make an important decision about something in your life. You have to make an important decision, and you have to face the fact that you have been your own worst enemy. You have been causing yourself to fuck up yourself in life or in something in particular. You are playing games, and you need to stop that shit. Okay, Taurus? I love y'all. You have to make choices, but you have to think of the consequences and the possible repercussions for whatever choices you make. You're at a place where you have infinite possibilities, and you have the choice to make things balance out. If you make the right choices that you're guided to, you will close out a cycle of destruction, of self-destruction in a particular aspect. For example, if you are a Taurus who self-sabotages your relationships with people, you have to make the choice, the conscious choice not to do that, so you can close out this cycle and go on to the next chapter in your life and not have to deal with these same lessons over and over. If you don't, things won't balance out. What's the love message for Taurus? Studying astrology and tarot numerology. Then my aunt told me I was going to hell, so I stopped. Everybody always say people going to hell. People that be the biggest sinners tell everybody else they're going to hell. Are you the gatekeeper of heaven and hell? They use these things in the Bible. They better stop playing around. Taurus, the love message you got, if you're in a love frequency or you're entering a love frequency, you got hidden agenda. Be mindful of a person who may come into your life as a love prospect that has a hidden agenda, or be mindful not to have a hidden agenda in love with anyone that you are dealing with. Thank you, Taurus. Last one, Aries. Yeah, girl, people always trying to say some stupid shit like that. That's because they lack the understanding, the understanding, not the understanding. They understand spirituality, they don't understand it. They lack the understanding of spirituality. You think some damn cards made from paper is going to put somebody in hellfire? This is a tool of divination. I know people that do all kind of shit and quick to tell me, oh, well, I think you're going blah, 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 blah. No, I don't. You don't have no control over my will. You don't speak that over me. You don't have no power over me. Get out of here. First of all, how you know I even believe in heaven and hell?